Hello, Merry Meet, peace and blessings. Today's topic is what the hell is a balanced chakra? So I was thinking about this morning as I was balancing my chakras, and I thought, it's interesting to think about what that means. Sometimes in the spiritual community, we get used to bouncing terminology around, and sometimes we don't even really stop to think about what they mean, or what they may sound like to somebody who has no idea what we're talking about. So I just figured I'd take today and explain what chakras are, and more specifically, what is a balanced chakra. Okay, so first of all, chakras are centers of energy. We have a life force within us. If you're a spiritual person, you believe that is the life source, whether you call it God, love, beauty, the great spirit, whatever name you may have for the force, the goddess. That life force separates life from death. So one moment a person is alive, the next moment they're dead. Their body is still warm. Some of their bodily functions may even still be going, but they are dead. There is no more life force. So while we are alive, we have centers of life force energy, many points of energy throughout our bodies. We call certain coagulated sources of energy chakras. And there are many chakras in the body, but commonly there are 7 that are recognized. The root chakra at the base of the basically pelvic bottom of the genital region, the sacral chakra, which is around the ovaries for a woman, the solar plexus, which is about the sternum or the belly, right around that area, the heart chakra, obviously at the heart, the throat chakra at the throat, the third eye in the middle of the forehead, and then the crown chakra at the top. Now each is representative of different forces of energy that have to be in communication with one another and in harmony with one another. So briefly, very, very briefly, there's much more to this and you can research it on your own. But very briefly, the root chakra has to do with ego, with a connection with the earth, with money making and survival. It's not a bad thing. The root chakra is a good thing. It keeps us grounded. When we are grounded, we're grounded through the root chakra. Okay. Sacral chakra is sexuality, creativity. Solar plexus is basically your sense of self-power, your sense of self, your sense of autonomy, basically your backbone, for lack of a better word. Heart chakra obviously is love. Throat chakra is the ability to speak your truth. Third eye, intuition, and crown chakra, connection to spirit. So very briefly, that's an overview of the chakra system. Now, because those different chakras are related to different sources within us, they become manifest when they are not in harmony. And what happens is the evidence that they are not in harmony, sometimes it can be literal physical pain, because the trauma that throws chakras out of balance can be physical or it can be emotional and spiritual. So if you were to get into a car accident, energy could coagulate in a certain part of the body, and that could cause other issues. But for now, just talking about the 7 chakra centers, various emotional traumas from childhood or interactions with other people or false perceptions can over time damage, and it's usually through thought systems, through belief systems, through repetitive words. These things eventually cause damage. So once a chakra becomes out of balance, what that really means is that it is no longer communicating effectively with the other chakras. It's no longer in harmony. So, and usually this is not noticeable until it causes some sort of issue in your life. So a classic example is, you've heard probably this common expression, he or she is so heavenly minded, they are no earthly good. Okay, that is not a compliment. Okay, that is someone whose root chakra has gotten unbalanced. So many times people approach spirituality from a dualistic perspective. So there's good and there's bad. That is not true with the chakra system. None of the chakras are better or superior than any other one. There are some that are more closer to the spirit nature. The crown chakra is our connection to spirit, and the root chakra is our connection to earth and to the planet. But we are earthly beings, so we are both. So we need our connection with spirit, and we need every other chakra in between, and we need to be grounded in the physical plane. So someone who is so heavenly minded they are no earthly good is someone whose root chakra is shot to hell. Okay, it's so out of balance that they most likely resent money. They can't hold a job. They don't think it's important. They only are concerned about things of the spirit. And it can be beautiful, but the problem with it is that without help from other people, they will not survive. And so if you're not surviving and living on the planet, there's very little good you can do to the goddess, to your fellow man, to your family, or anyone else. So it's not okay to just let your chakras be out of balance, because it affects other people. So you may have this wonderful spiritual wisdom, but if you don't figure out how to bring your root chakra into balance with the rest of you, you could very well be a burden to other people. And there are many, many people like this, to where they never are able to have any kind of financial well-being, not just being prosperous. I mean, just getting by. So you don't want to be in this situation. So a balanced root chakra, for example, is one where there is no sense of separation between earth and spirit. So there is no resentment of money or work, because these are not viewed as lesser than. They are intricately connected with the divine. So when you are doing your job, you're not just doing it to make money. Yes, money by itself is meaningless, but money as a tool of the divine spirit is and can be magical. Okay, you can do a lot of good, and you can at least not do any harm if you're taking care of your own bills and not being a burden to the state or to other people. So that's just one example. You could have the opposite. You may be someone whose root chakra is strong and healthy and vibrant, but your heart chakra has been damaged. Maybe you've had a lot of hurts and a lot of rejection in your life, and so over time, without repairing that, you've just focused on other things. So you may be great at making money. It's not an issue for you. You have no problem in that arena, but you find it very difficult to connect with other people. So whichever way it is, a balanced, a healthy, a happy person is one in which their chakras are aligned. So the next question is, well, how do you get your chakras in line? So balancing your chakras is something that you can do yourself through meditation. And I won't take the time to do that here, but learning how to meditate is one way. I teach meditation. There are many meditation books and teachers out there. So you can do it yourself, or you can have a Reiki attunement session to where a Reiki practitioner connects with your spirit and allows the Reiki energy to flow through them, and through that is a way. All you have to do at that point is relax into it and receive it, and you can have your chakras balanced that way. But like with any reparative action, you have to do the work afterwards to keep them balanced. So when you notice that there's an area of your life that is out of balance, you can trace it back to see which chakra may be out of alignment and what can I do about that. So as always, you matter. You are beloved of the goddess and of divine energy and source. You have a place on this planet. You are necessary and you are needed. So have a beautiful week and weekend, and I will see you next time. Peace and love.